Nokia has been interested in connected vehicles for quite a while now. We've been working with our collaboration partners in NG Connect for many years on the problems. We've done consumer vehicles and we've done enterprise vehicles. And one of the things that we're most excited about around the enterprise space in particular is the Internet of Things. The Internet of Things gives us this capability of moving beyond traditional fleet management and really managing why businesses have the vehicles in the first place. Let's take an ambulance, for example. Ambulances don't exist for hospitals to have fun driving around. They exist to save people. And so there are a large number of devices, sensors, other things that are in that ambulance that are all about saving people's lives. And so what the connected vehicle plus Internet of Things gives us is the ability to improve the situation, to improve doctors' abilities and hospitals' abilities to save people's lives. There's similar cases in other enterprise. We'd like to go through those with you now.
Sensors on vehicle vary from type to type. Some are wired, some are wireless, and each typically has their own type of protocol that's required. Having an edge gateway on the vehicle allows you to be able to collect, analyze, relay, and act on the Internet of Things data locally on the vehicle. M2M applications today are in silos. That is, the device and application are tied together, which results in a high cost for integration, duplication of effort, and really no economies of scale. Our Impact platform allows a horizontal platform for all of these devices to be managed and all of the applications to consume the rich data that Impact is collecting. So what I have here is the Dell Edge Gateway that's connecting all of these sensors on board a vehicle. Not only is it connecting them, but it's also running our Impact software and doing device protocol adaptation for the individual devices. What I have is a couple of temperature sensors. I have this OBD sensor that plugs into the onboard diagnostic port of the vehicle for GPS and engine diagnostic data. And then I have a couple of these Bosch XDK sensors which have temperature, pressure, humidity, as well as other sensor data. Having the Impact software gateway at the edge allows all of these various devices to be able to communicate locally. The Impact gateway can either use standard protocols such as lightweight M2M or have a protocol specific for the device it's managing. Over here I'm demonstrating how simple it is to be able to install and onboard this sensor onto the Impact software, which is then managed in the cloud and manage the gateway as well as the individual devices down here. Once all these sensors are managed by Impact, the Impact layer provides a simple way for applications to be able to use this data in a cohesive way. And this is an example of an application that can show the tracking of all of the vehicle where it's been throughout the day, as well as certain alarms for the vehicle such as low cooling, as well as various temperature and pressure data that's measured throughout all of these sensors. This Dell Edge Gateway is jam-packed with all sorts of input-output that could be required regardless of the sensor application in the vehicle. It has RS-232, CAN bus, Ethernet, Wi-Fi, 4G, and can process all of the data that you would need locally on the vehicle before setting it up to the cloud. This gateway is also ruggedized, which means it's perfect for a vehicle application, and it can also work really well outdoors. A real-life example of this is a logistics company that may need to transport refrigerated goods, for example, across town or across country. These vehicles probably have different temperature zones, such as refrigerated, frozen, and maybe even room temperature. And in the case of someone transferring, for example, ice cream, you'd want to ensure that these goods were not damaged throughout the duration of the trip. An application like this would ensure that the fleet operator was transporting the goods in a safe condition the entire trip, and also provide that same transparency to the end client so they're also confident that their goods were not damaged.
So this is the connected service vehicle. What's unique about this connected service vehicle is the fact that we have an IoT gateway built directly into the vehicle. That IoT gateway allows us to have the field technician get video capability over 4G. They could also do video conferencing for conversations back to their manager if they're not sure how to deploy a certain aspect of their installment. So what we've done is, with this gateway, we've incorporated sensors throughout the truck, and those sensors allow us to get asset management and inventory management. So if I was a field service technician, what I'd be able to do is go into this application that we've built with our partners. I can find out specifically what tools are needed for the job, And if I was to leave a tool behind, I would get an alert directly onto the application alerting me of what particular tool I left behind. But in addition to that, one unique feature that we have here is the fact that when I pull off an asset for an install, I can actually decrement within my inventory in the application, showing me exactly what type of set-top box that I pulled out for the installation. And if it happens to be the last one, rather than the service technician having to go all the way back to the warehouse, I can look within the application and find out exactly where is the closest service vehicle nearby that I could just borrow one of theirs instead of having to go all the way back to the warehouse. So what's really important about this connected service vehicle is not just the fact that now we've made a smart fleet management, but we've been able to take all of the information that is stored within the vehicle and make it actionable. So we're creating a smarter fleet.
Thanks for taking your time to watch this video. We hope it's been interesting. If you're interested in more information, please come visit us at our booth at Dell World.